Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Thursday, September 8th. It's already September 8th? Holy cow. I can't believe how quickly the summer went. I can't believe how quickly September's going. I realize it's only the 8th, but it feels like it's going pretty fast. Anyway, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. Hey, if you'd like to connect to me personally, make an appointment with me, or find out my contact information, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email and text message information, and everything else you need to know to contact me. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. So please go there and subscribe, as I said before, as well. Hey, you can also comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please join it there. That way you can always see the show. You know, sometimes they put me in Facebook jail and you can't see it on my own page, but you can always see it there. So that way, if you could join it, go to Money Chat Now page, join it, and that way you'll be able to see the show whenever you can, and you'll never miss a show because of the Facebook or the fascist book censors. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a whole bunch of people that just came on. Real quick, we got Mike Rogers. By the way, Mike, thank you for sharing yesterday. I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing again today. We got my lovely wife Linda. We got Tom, and we got Ken, the regular Ken. We got Deb, we got Jose watching from YouTube, we got Tommy, we got Mark, and we got James watching from YouTube as well. Thank you all. Excellent. All right, today we're going to be talking about, of course, the market recap. We got Fetterman versus Oz. We got banks and climate control. Wait till you hear this. This is ridiculous. And then we got Social Security's office safety. I don't know. I picked some weird stuff to talk about today, so it'll probably be an interesting show. Money Chat Now, as you know, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class today. That's right, tonight, by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, once again, I want to thank the following people for sharing the page the last few days. I really appreciate you sharing the show. Art shared it, and Peter shared it, and Mike and Mark. And I also noticed James and Barbara shared it, and also Betsy. Betsy shares everything. Thank you, Betsy. I appreciate that. Please, everyone, please share this show right now with your friends by clicking the share button and sharing it directly on your page or on their page. You can also share it to groups as well and find out and help your friends, I should say, make more money and possibly laugh in the morning too. And if you're here to tune into the Dr. Oz stuff, do me a favor and share that too with some other people who might appreciate it as well. I think it'll be lots of fun. All right, let's talk about yesterday. I don't believe it. The market actually closed up yesterday. It was up a whopping 435 points, and the NASDAQ rocked as well. Unbelievable. The NASDAQ actually closed up 247 points. It's about freaking time. Remember what I said about GameStop yesterday? I said the earnings report would be terrible and the stock would drop, but I also said not to play it because anything can happen. Well, sure enough, the earnings report was dismal. They lost $108 million in a quarter. How long can a company last losing $108 million in a quarter? I don't understand, but fine. Well, guess what else happened? They also announced that they were entering into an agreement with another company called FTX, which of course is a crypto exchange company. The news actually drove the stock upward after the earnings miss and the announcement of the crypto venture. That's right, the people who play games like to play games with their money, and this will probably work out just fine. Yeah, right. Either way, I would avoid the stock even though it jumped. I would also expect it to tumble in the next few days as the craziness wears off and the children playing games with crypto run away from the stock. But this again proves that you never know what the company's going to do. You can't always predict the motion of the stock, no matter what the earnings report is. The stock is about 24 right now, and my estimate is it's worth about 3. I actually think it's worth about 3 right now. I mean, I don't think it's worth 0. I think it's worth about 3. I would expect this to go back to single digits within a year, but who knows? The crypto move could save them. The other big stock news yesterday, of course, was Apple product reveal. excuse me, Apple revealed the newest in the line of iPhones. And the interesting part of the iPhone 14 is the fact that it no longer has a removable SIM card. That's right, the new phones have an electronic SIM card that can be used with all carriers. I'm kind of wondering why they did that. Something tells me that has something to do with, they want to keep control. Anyway, the other big change was the new wider angle lens and longer battery life. And the other big reveal was the new watch. The big difference in this watch is its water resistance and it can be used for diving. Big deal. Each year, Apple reveals their new product line at the beginning of September. And they keep making the products better, but in the end, it's the same old, no big deal. The iPhone 14 is exactly the same as the iPhone 13, and, there's no real big change. The 13 over the 12 was the 5G. That was important, but that's about it. But anyway, the stock did move up a bit yesterday. It actually moved up maybe about a point. I believe it was probably due to the market moving up in general, though. Although the market did well yesterday, the players are still concerned about, of course, rising interest rates from the Fed. They are pretty convinced that we will see another 75-point basis increase. Wall Street is looking for a series of positive economic data and looking for the statements from the Fed officials indicating that tight policy is likely to persist, well into the future. It is in the last speech, I don't know if you know this, but in the last speech, I think it was on August 26th, Fed Chairman Powell warned that increases will proceed with higher rates likely and they will stay in place. So basically he says, I'm going to keep beating you with the stick until you behave. All right. So the Fed has increased interest rates 4 times this year for a total of 2.25 percentage points, and those hikes included 2 75 percentage point basis moves, and both of those were in June and July, and the most aggressive since the Fed began rate increases as a tool in the 1990s. So it's the highest it's been since 1990. As you know, it's all about controlling inflation. Well, guys, inflation is slowing for sure. Maybe this will be the last 75 basis point increase, or maybe it won't be a 75 point increase. I personally think that the Fed is reacting too slowly to raise interest rates in the past, and now they're acting too quickly. The strange part is that many of the pundits want the higher rate increases now so they can get it over with. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off quickly. Anyway, we'll look for the Fed announcement within the next 2 weeks. I suspect that after the announcement, Wall Street is going to start to get a little less nervous. I personally can't wait. The suspense is actually killing me here. Of course, the midterm elections are going to be a factor in the market as well. So all this is coming up in the next 6 weeks. So let's brace yourself and look for bargains. Hey, let's take a look at the futures and see what Wall Street has in store for us right now. So actually, the Dow is only up 7. It keeps moving like crazy. I saw it up this morning, up about 50 or 60. Then I saw it down about 30, and now it's up 7. So really, I don't know what's going on. The S&P is obviously pretty neutral, and the NASDAQ is down 20, so it's really nothing. All right, guys. You guys, I'm going to say hello real quick. There's a couple of people online, and I want to get into this Oz versus Fetterman thing because I thought this was so hysterical. So it looks like we got a couple of people. Jose watching from YouTube. We got Tommy. We got Mark. We got James. Pauline. Hey, Pauline, thanks for watching. We got Rob. We got Lucy. And we got my brother Seth. Thank you. We got Dan, Charles, and James. All right, guys. So listen up. I'm going to be talking to you about the Fetterman versus Oz. I'm going to kind of go off, and I'm probably going to go past the commercial, but that's all right. Let's talk about it. The midterm elections are coming, of course, as you know, and in Pennsylvania, we have a tight race between the heart doctor and the heart patient. You know, Dr. Oz versus John Fetterman. This is one of those head scratchers for sure, and this race, which shouldn't even be close, is one of the strangest, well, since I guess 2020, when the other basement dweller won the election. Well, maybe he won the election, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's move on. So John Fetterman, as you may or may not know, had a stroke days before he was voted as the candidate in the primary. The stroke definitely affected him, and you could tell that he stumbles through words and sentences, but the stroke that would make it difficult for any qualified leader to take on the responsibility of senator is not the only thing Pennsylvania has to worry about if this loser gets into office. Fetterman never had a real job, and according to Wikipedia, because I wanted to make sure I got some real information. I didn't want to get any biased information. According to Wikipedia, his father subsidized him with about $55,000 a year to pay for all his needs. Fetterman did serve as mayor of the small mining town called Braddock with a population of 1,885 people. Not to belabor the poor job he did there, but his tattoos, he actually has tattoos with the dates of all the murders in Braddock while he was on mayor. Think about that. he actually put the dates of murders tattooed on his arms while he was mayor. Does that mean that he's proud of them? And by the way, would Mayor Kenny be able to have any room left on his body if he did that? I don't know. Probably not, but this is kind of weird, don't you think, that he put those tattoos on? His appearance is that of a criminal just being released from prison, and he believes that all criminals, including mass murderers, should be released from prison. Fetterman has also described his upbringing as privileged, saying he sleepwalked through his young adulthood, playing 4 years of football in college, and intending to eventually take over the owner of his father's business. So he's definitely, he's exactly the privilege of what he says, or the liberals say that they shouldn't have. Whatever. With this being said, he's up against Dr. Mehmet Oz, the complete opposite of all Fetterman is and stands for. As you know, I've met Dr. Oz personally, and he stands for almost everything I stand for. Things like, medical freedom, energy production here in the United States and in Pennsylvania, fair election integrity, and stopping the invasion of this country by both the illegal aliens and the nutcases within the country. Yeah, we probably have a bigger invasion problem inside the country. This heated race has Dr. Oz wanting to debate the man-child, and Fetterman keeps using his stroke as the reason that he can't debate Oz. Well, if his stroke makes him incapable of a debate, how's he going to argue any of his points in the Senate anyway? Look, if you've been following this, Dr. Oz has been trolling Fetterman. It's actually pretty funny. He's been trolling Fetterman about the debate, and in a statement, Dr. Oz said Fetterman is either healthy and dodging the debate because he does not want to answer for his radical left positions, or he's too sick to participate in a debate. As for me, I personally believe it's both. Well, Fetterman announced yesterday that he will agree to a one-date debate with Oz, but of course he won't reveal a date. In Fetterman's statement, he said, "It has simply only ever been about addressing some of the lingering issues of my stroke, the auditory processing, and we're going to be able to work that out." That's what he said? Work it out? Seriously? What are they going to do? Have a stunt double? I mean, who are they going to use? Thanos from the Avengers? Seriously? Well, this race is certainly heated, but not because Oz is the obvious best candidate, but because the country has lost their collective minds. If anyone would vote for Fetterman to represent them, they deserve the disastrous life they will get from it. Hey, if you're in Pennsylvania, the only way to make Pennsylvania great again is to vote for Oz and, of course, Mastriano. By the way, this Saturday, there's going to be a event that you guys definitely want to go to. I'm going to be heading over to Newtown Athletic Club and attending a Dr. Oz rally on September 10th. Listen, Dr. Oz is what's right for the state of Pennsylvania. By the way, if you'd like to find out more about how you can help him beat the man-child, John Fetterman, sign up for the rally this Saturday at the Newtown Athletic Center. I will be there. Dom Giordano is going to be there. Senator Kennedy is going to be there. It's going to be pretty interesting. Go to droz.com/RSVP. That's droz.com/RSVP. Doctor spelled out. droz.com RSVP. And look, let's try to make America great again by starting with Pennsylvania. Sign up now. It's droz.com RSVP. Spell it out. All right, if you're there, look for me. Of course, I'll be wearing one of my favorite jackets. Let's take a quick break, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And if you'd like to connect with me, please go to contactlarry.com. And there you'll find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. All right, I also want to remind you that we still have room for our amazing event coming September 17th. That's next Saturday. We still have room. It's an all-day event featuring some of the most brilliant minds in business, including Hannah Kessler, the single millionaire chick, Chris Noggle, the money multiplier, Bill Walsh, the rainmaker, and of course myself, Larry Steinhouse, the host of Money Chat Now and the CEO of Investor Schooling. Look, it's an in-person only event. We're not doing this online. So seats are selling fast. Get yours now at 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com, and check it out. All right. So look, we talked about the market recap. We talked about the fact that the market did pretty well yesterday. Right now, the Dow is up 10, almost 11. The S&P is up, whatever, just sitting there, and of course the Nasdaq is down 20. There's really nothing going on. We talked about Fetterman versus Oz, and I just can't believe that anyone in their right mind would vote for a guy that has a stroke, currently with a stroke, and can't speak and is a complete loser anyway. I mean, at least just don't vote if you don't want to vote for Oz. I just can't believe it. Anyway, all right, coming up, we have banks and climate control. This stuff makes me laugh. And we have Social Security office safety. And, of course, today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button? Come on, did you guys hit that share button? A whole bunch of people out there that have just come on. I want to say hi to them also. It looks like we got Dan Satowski, we got Charles, we got James watching on YouTube. We got Ann and Mick and Art. And it looks like Michael and Carl. Wow, so many people. Thank you guys. I totally appreciate it. And Betsy, thanks for sharing like you always do. And don't forget, Mike also thanks as well. And if you guys could share it again, I totally appreciate you guys sharing it. This way other people can learn and also laugh. All right. I am so far behind schedule. Let's see what we can do here. Don't forget to order my new book, Money Hacks. Great book. All right, let's talk about this next thing. So I actually believe that we've officially come to the point where the country has completely lost its mind. All right. We did that a long time ago, but here's just another ridiculous example of it. The Federal Reserve's new banking regulator outlined a broad agenda in a speech that pushed for action on stablecoins. And check this out, climate change for the safety and fairness of the finance industry. What? All right, I get the stablecoin situation. We need some fair practices with cryptocurrencies, and yes, that definitely falls in the lane of, finances. But Fed Governor Michael Barr, appointed by none other than the brain-dead Biden, said that the Fed will launch an exercise to better assess the long-term climate-related financial risks facing the largest institutions. What the hell is he talking about? The only financial risk companies have in regards to climate change is the idiot Democrats creating stupid policies that do nothing to change anything anyway. How about shopping in New Jersey where you can't bag your own groceries because plastic bags have been banned? Hey, remember when they went to plastic bags in the first place? To save the planet by not cutting down trees? Everyone said plastic bags are better than paper because no tree was harmed in bagging your groceries. But now they say plastic is terrible for the environment. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. These are the same idiots who said that you would be saving lives by wearing a mask when you got up from your seat at a restaurant to go to the bathroom. So this financial guy, who will be an influence in many of the monetary decisions in the future of the country, mostly relating to banking, is now going to dictate climate change. That's how they do it, folks. This is how they get the broad abusive powers that people like Biden use to make OSHA the vaccine Nazis, or how Biden abuses power in the Emergency Act for COVID to cancel the student debt. Once we let this guy, whose job is the banks, to control climate change and the continued path of destruction, it will be the continued path of the destruction of our freedom, and that will continue. Unbelievable. Hey, you didn't recycle that plastic bottle. That will be a $10 fine automatically removed from your checking account. Hey, you, the guy still driving the gas-powered vehicle, that will be a $300 fine removed from your checking account. Hey, you with the Mastriana for Governor sign in your lawn, it isn't made of recyclable material. That's a $200,000 fine removed from your checking account. This is what the world is coming to. It's unreal. All right, let's get into the next topic. Every morning I arrive here at 4 o'clock in the morning. So you guys, If you guys don't appreciate me, I'm here at 4 o'clock in the morning to scour through the headlines to find and write about different events and topics. Sometimes I come across a headline that just makes me have to read the article, and sometimes it's worthy of reporting on, and sometimes it just makes me laugh. Well, today I found this headline from a very recent article. You ready for this headline? The headline reads, Social Security adds safety protocols to protect people facing long wait times in adverse conditions. What came to your mind when you heard this? Well, most likely, like you, I expected this to be about masks and vaccines. You know, you can't come in here without a vaccine card or a mask, is what I thought was going to happen. But after reading the article, I discovered something interesting. It turned out that the Social Security offices are being bombarded with people needing the services. It's become so bad that the lines are out the door and around the corner. It reminds me of the concert tickets we used to wait for online when I was a kid. And, and by the way, when I had all my hair. Anyway, apparently the two major reasons for this problem is that the Social Security offices are unfunded, or underfunded, I should say, and because they closed offices due to the scamdemic. Now that the scamdemic is over, at least for most people, it's over for almost all Republicans and some Democrats. That is, anyway. People who have been frustrated with the long hold times and non-answers from the Social Security toll-free number are venturing into office sites. So to solve some of the problems and health concerns of the elderly waiting online, many Social Security offices are now providing fans, porta potties, and even canopies so the people online can be more comfortable and not have to be exposed to the heat that can be extremely dangerous for the elderly. You know, as I wrote this article, I thought about the money the government is using to hire 87,000 new IRS agents and thought, why don't they hire the agents to help the average person collect money from the government instead of hiring people to collect money to give to the government? I guess that would never work. All right, let's take a break here. Remember, this commercial spot could have your product in it as a sponsor of the show. Let me know if you want to be a sponsor. We'll see you guys back in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And hey, would you like to be a sponsor of the show? Your name and product would be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners and watchers of the show. You'll also be on the radio shows as well. Hey, as you know, we're expanding our base every day, and if you'd like to get your product or services out to our base, just let me know. You can contact me via Messenger. Let me know you want to be a sponsor, and I'll be able to do that. Hey, by the way, I also want to remind you we have a Spotify channel. That's right, you can subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment. Look up Money Chat Now on Spotify, and you can subscribe there. All right. So far, we've been discussing, of course, the market recap. It was a really nice day yesterday. We're discussing the fact that Fetterman, I don't know, he looks like a total loser. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, banks and climate control, and we talked about Social Security offices. Coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Tell all your friends about the show. Come on, hit that share button right now. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. And please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will enjoy the show. All right, let's talk about some things that's going on. Well, I don't know. You think it's going to be an up or down day? I don't know. I know you're asking me that question, and here's my answer. The hell if I know. It's insane what's been going on. We're heading for the dead zone, and if you guys don't know what the dead zone is, come to Investor Schooling tonight, and I'll explain it to you. We're heading for the dead zone, and stocks are continuing to drop, even with yesterday's rally. My advice for the next 3 weeks is to hold on tight. If you have positions, hold on to them, and if you don't, wait about 10 more days before making the jump. The bargains will be coming stronger and stronger in the next 2 weeks, and then the countdown to earnings will begin again. By the way, I happen to like Meta at this price. It's right around 160, and whenever it goes below 160, I think it's a good play. I did pick up a little bit the other day. We'll see. Twitter stock seems to no longer care if Musk buys it. So I would look for a dip and buy it also, because it actually looks pretty good, so maybe a good play. All right, let's look at the futures for one last time, and let's see what the market's telling us. Right now, nothing. Right now, nothing's going on at all. The Dow is just kind of fluctuating, positive, negative. The S&P is pretty much the same, and the NASDAQ is not even significantly down. So it doesn't look like we have much of a clue today. I'm not sure what Wall Street's looking for, because usually they're looking for something at this point, but right now they're not. All right, let's talk about crypto. Once again, Bitcoin is about 19,000 again, and Ethereum is about 1,600. And look, there's nothing really happening here. I've said this day after day after day that crypto is just done. I mean, it's, until it starts to become what it was supposed to be, it'll never move up again. I mean, maybe it'll move up a little, but nothing again. I told you, I think that the next drop is going to be about 12,000, and I think Ethereum is probably going to hit about 700 or 800. So watch for it. If you're into it, watch for it. If you're not into it, just move away. There's nothing really there. We have gold and silver, and they're still sucking wind. What the heck? Gold is about $1,700, and silver is about $18. I remember when silver was at 30, I was really excited that silver was at 30. At the same time, I was buying at 30, so that's not so great. But of course, I bought some more today, and my average price is probably still below 20, so I'm still pretty happy about that. Now, the Treasury bond is also moving up again, and now it's about 3.25%. Remember that when it hit 3.5% in June, that's when the market tanked. So, of course, the Treasury bond moved to 3.25. It was up above 3.25. It was up about 3.30 yesterday. So it moved down a little bit. That could be a good thing. I also know that the Treasury bond is going to move up a lot, and we're going to hit 4 to 4.5 probably by the end of the year is probably what's going to happen. All right, oil right now is about 81. Now listen, oil is about 81. It's a big move down, and just for reference, oil was $77 a barrel in 2019, right before the great scamdemic, and the average price of gas is now $3.75 a gallon again. So it's not so bad. Look, gas is still up $1 when it was when Biden came in, but at least it's not crazy numbers anymore. Hopefully they'll be able to maintain that after they lose the midterms. All right, I want to thank you for watching Money Chat Now. We are live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And, of course, you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. And don't forget to tell your friends. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share it. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And if you'd like to attend a class tonight, go to investorschooling.com and make it a profitable day.